Good morning, everyone, and welcome to President Williams' annual State of the University Address. We are so glad so many of you could join us today as we celebrate Dixie State University's accomplishments over the last year, as well as our 107th birthday. I would like to recognize some of our special guests we have in attendance today, including DSU's First Lady, Kristen Williams, members of our Board of Trustees, our local and state government officials, DSU's Vice Presidents and Deans, and friends of the university. My name is Cajun Sire, and I'm the Student Body President here at Dixie State University. I am here to talk to you today about where I come from, a little bit about how I got here today, and some of the parts of my platform that I plan on implementing throughout the year. So to start, I grew up in Bryce Canyon City, Utah, where my family owns and operates Ruby's Inn on the rim of Bryce Canyon National Park. Growing up in this environment, I developed a very strong work ethic and a knowledge to work very hard for anything that I ever wanted. Growing up in this small town, I attended Bryce Valley High School, a small 1A school where I graduated with 11 kids in my grade. And basically because of the size of the school, there was very limited opportunities. It's almost impossible to graduate from high school with an associate's degree. So because of the scarce opportunities, it created a sense of urgency within the whole student body at my high school. And I brought that same urgency when I came to Dixie State University. After serving a 2-year mission for my church in Indiana, I came to Dixie State University knowing only one thing, and that's how to knock doors. And so I knocked doors to make some of my first friends here at Dixie State. Later on, I met more friends through a club, Raging Red, who just performed with us today. There, I met one named Sarah Raymaker, a former student body president and a dear friend of mine. She got me to join a lot of other things. She basically dragged me through everything she was already doing. I joined the dance company because of her. I joined student government because of her. I did Mr. Dixie probably because of her. You might think that because of her, like, yes, she's pretty, yes, she kind of has all these things going for her, but I swear it's just like that sense of urgency within myself as well. Therein, I basically have got to where I am now today as the student body president. Some of the parts of my platform that I want to share with you today are that I want to make sure that students are aware of the resources available to them to help them persevere and succeed in college. I've been doing this through way of Blazer Digest. If anybody's been into a restroom here, and every single stall, there is a Blazer Digest. At the very bottom, there's a Dixie Insider. And it's a place where the executive council can become very transparent and share what's going on at the university, and make sure that the students are aware of what is affecting them. All right. The other part that I wanted to share is our mantra, which is invite and unite. And this is basically a mantra and a system that is set up where every conversation that we have with a student, it leads to an invitation to an opportunity to unite them with the university. And that's just a little bit about what I have to do. I'm excited for what this year has in store for me and for the rest of our organization and our student body. And so without that, let's continue on with our program. Next, we'll hear from some remarks from our staff association, and that will be given by Miss Ali Threet and Miss Sylvia Bradshaw. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ali Threet, and I'm the president of the Staff Association.
I am Sylvia Bradshaw, and I am the president-elect of the Staff Association.
Throughout the years, the Staff Association has been a strong voice for all the staff at Dixie State University. Past presidents and boards have worked hard to unify the staff into one association. They have been a voice for the staff, they have raised concerns, and have helped push forward staff goals. This year, we have 3 main goals for the Staff Association Board. First, we want to listen and truly understand the staff at DSU. Second, we want to increase communication across campus. And third, we want to increase Staff Association involvement and awareness. Many of these initiatives are already moving forward, and we encourage all faculty, staff, and community members to reach out to a member of our Staff Association Board for more information.
Speaking of our Staff Association Board, we would like to take this time to recognize those who are serving on that board. So if you will all please stand up, you know who you are, and stay standing while I read out your names. Jonathan Morrell and Michelle Tisdale, they have served as presidents last year, so this year they're in the role of co-past presidents. Allie McMullen is our secretary. Roberta Cole is our treasurer. Tiffany Draper is our communications officer. Second-year board members, when you're a board member, you serve for 2 years. So second-year board members are Nikki Dang, Bart Peacock, Corey Reeves, and Chance Steglich. First-year board members, they weren't sure what they were getting involved with, but we're excited we've got them. First-year board members, Alan Fox, Tyson Pulsifer, Cameron Draper, and Spencer Chatland. By visiting our Staff Association website, you'll be able to get a better idea of all the initiatives we have going on, our successes, and all of our committees. Here's a list of the different committees a staff member can get involved with. Each Staff Association board member co-chairs or chairs one of those committees, and we do definitely wish that you reach out to one of them and get involved with the committees.
Our staff at Dixie State University are truly amazing. Oftentimes they go above and beyond to continue the efforts, and they're a vital piece of the success at Dixie State University. At this time, we would like to recognize your amazing contribution and publicly thank you for all you do. Please give a big round of applause to all the staff at Dixie State University.
Hello, I am Dr. Michelle McDermott, Faculty Senate President. I was reading in one of Dale Carnegie's books about public speaking, and he said that when you are addressing an audience, to put yourself at ease, picture the audience with a clown face. You thought I was going to say something else, didn't you? I would like to recognize the Faculty Senate. There's the Faculty Senate Executive Committee, and then all of the faculty senators. All of Faculty Senate, please rise. Okay. These are your Faculty Senate. Thank you. Our Faculty Senate goals for this year are to define and describe professionalism, academic freedom, and shared governance. We also are going to have Faculty of the Semester awards. We are going to complete our academic committee lists by the end of the year. Truly, we are. We are also working on faculty policies. We want to have those complete and approved this year. April 5th of this year, at the unveiling of the Million Dreams music video, Alex Boyer stood on this stage and said, "You can't outdo the faculty at Dixie State." What a great endorsement for our faculty. Thank you, Alex. Faculty matter here at DSU. Faculty represent DSU. Faculties enjoy interacting with students, laughing with students, and listening to their experiences. DSU faculty demonstrates they care for students personally by showing them respect and personalized attention, by valuing student contributions, and by encouraging inquiry. This interaction increases the quality of students' learning and their educational experiences. My greatest joy as a faculty member has been to see the students be successful. The faculties are approachable and personal. They have enthusiasm and a lot of passion for their work, and they serve as role models and mentors. We have amazing faculty, and we are thankful they are here. We appreciate and want to thank the students, administration, staff, and everyone who works so hard to contribute to the success of our students. We have great challenges and great opportunities, and with your help, we will meet them and make this year the best year yet. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is David Clark. I have the privilege of chairing the Dixie State's Board of Trustees. And I have very brief remarks, but will everybody join with me? For 107 years, Dixie State looks pretty darn good for being 107 years old. Will everybody join with me? I'd like to ask, there are a number of the Board of Trustees that are in the audience. I'm going to embarrass them by asking them to stand. Anyway, express my appreciation to each of them. And if I'd have seen Mayor Pike, I'd have had you lead us in happy birthday instead of just saying happy birthday. I want to express my sincere appreciation for these gifted individuals that help guide, they lend their talent and their resources and their wisdom and knowledge to help guide Dixie State University. You know, DSU is the most affordable university in the state. Dixie State offers more than 200 academic programs and they're at the forefront of technology, health education, and entrepreneurship. The university continues to incorporate cutting-edge leading practices in all of its disciplines. I'd like to offer a special congratulations to the administration, to the faculty, to the staff, to the student body of Dixie State University. DSU was recently ranked in U.S. News and World Report 2019 list of the nation's best colleges and universities based on its strong performances in 15 different areas of academic excellence. Dixie State was ranked 26th of regional colleges, all types of institutions in the West. And more specifically, DSU was finished 7th among public schools, so a peer-to-peer relationship, number 7 in the region's West category. 8 out of U.S. News and World Report took about 1,800 regionally accredited institutions and broke them down into 10 different categories. DSU came up number 7, and I think we should give ourselves a real hand. There's a lot of individuals in this room that need to be credited for that effort. It's my privilege now, and in passing over the microphone to President Williams, I want every alumni, every student, every staff member, and every faculty here today to know of the Board of Trustees' continual support of President Williams and this administration. I can't emphasize that enough, and we hear those same type of responses back from our Board of Regent partners in the governance of this education. And it's my privilege to introduce to you a gentleman who I have great respect and admiration for, President Richard B. Williams, Biff.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, good morning. No justice real quick. Well, good morning and welcome to Dixie State University. I have to be honest, this is one of the most exciting times of the year for me when I get to stand up here and take all the credit for what my colleagues do here at Dixie State. No, but seriously, I am truly honored to be able to stand before you and share with you all the exciting things that are happening on our campus. And every year I get excited when people say, I can't wait to come and hear all the progress, all the plans. And so today we'll be sharing what we accomplished last year, but also a few things that we're going to be trying to accomplish this year. But before I begin, I want to share with you, I want to share a couple of thanks to a couple of people. Our strategic plan is very comprehensive. All of us in this room contributed to that. We had a committee that formulated this plan, and we've completed our 3rd year in implementing this plan. I do want to say thank you to Courtney White, who's my chief of staff, but he's also the keeper of the strategic plan. We have 6 goals. We have 6 goal leaders. Each goal has 6 or 7 or more strategies. Each of those strategies have leaders. Each of those strategies have committees. There's hundreds of people in our community, in our campus, that are involved in the strategic plan, and Courtney gets to manage all of them. He also monitors the the 6-month report. He monitors the budget. He makes sure we're achieving our benchmarks. And then at the end of the year, he also monitors the report out so we know that we're on track. Will you join me in giving Courtney White a round of applause for all his work? I also would like to thank Misty Frisbee. Every year I like to recognize her. She is the creator of this presentation. Now I'll give this presentation probably 100 or 200 times in the next year. This is our presentation that we share with all the constituents to share the good word about Dixie State University. This year was a little more challenging for Misty. Halfway through the summer, she and her husband welcomed Twyla Mae Frisbee. Now I know what you're thinking. What a dirtbag making her do his presentation after she had a baby. Now I'll tell you, I learned something new. Well, I knew this from my wife, but I learned that you never tell an expectant mother what she will or will not do. And thus she designed this great presentation, so I want to thank her as well. Now, one last housekeeping item. You'll see that I'm going to be pacing across the stage today. Now, I'm in a step challenge, and my team's currently winning. And for those that want to compete with us, just today I'm at 13,222, 3, and 4 steps. So if you want to compete, you better start walking around the auditorium here. Well, our strategic plan we created together, and this was 3 years ago. And we've completed the 3rd year of implementation, and we named this plan Status to Stature. Our goal was to focus on taking our university from having the title of a university to having the stature. And as Chair Clark mentioned, we are making great progress. We are now ranked 26th in the West for our category, and ranked 7th. And one thing that he didn't share is in our category, we are ranked higher than any other state school are ranked in their category in the state of Utah. I also get asked a lot, especially those that have been in St. George a long time, is Dixie State getting support? Are you seeing progress? We've kind of been, always forgotten in southern Utah. Well, let me share with you this slide. In the last 5 years, our base budget has increased $25 million. And that's because people are recognizing that we have a plan, we're executing that plan, but also it recognizes our community, our mayors, our Chamber of Commerce, our commissioners, all our city leaders, but also all our local legislators that are in Salt Lake that are sharing the good news about Dixie State and everything that we're accomplishing. This is part of stature. To put it in context, from 1911 to 2014, our budget was $47 million. Now it's increased 51% in the last 5 years. So people ask me, are we being recognized? Absolutely. And will you join me in thanking all the local representatives in helping us make this a reality? So today I'm going to share with you the highlights of last year of what we accomplished. Now they limit me to 101 slides. There is much more that we'll be sharing throughout the year, but each of these strategic goals I'll share with you what we accomplished, but more importantly what we're going to look to do this year. Now our strategic plan, a lot of people think it's about strategies, initiatives, but it's more importantly about our students. We're focusing on creating a university that will help our students be successful. So I want to share a few stories throughout the day about students and how they've been successful. The first is Tori Abbott. Tori graduated from Desert Hills High School. She's right here from St. George. She came to Dixie State, and she took advantage of every opportunity that she had at Dixie State. She was in the Multicultural Inclusion Center. She was in the Center for Teaching and Learning. She had a variety of jobs on campus. But she also worked in our office, and we got to know Victoria very well. Just recently, she just got accepted to the Chapman School of Law, and also has a job in Pasadena, California at a law firm. She would not be able to have done this without the great faculty, staff, mentors that she had. That's what Dixie State is all about, is student success. So goal 1, let me tell you a few of our focuses that we've had the last year. In order to have students be successful, we have to have students on our campus. And so our admissions team has worked very hard. This year alone, they had over 9,000 students apply to Dixie State University. To do that, they have the view book, they have materials. And what we like the most this year is, if you see the picture there on the right, we gave a little picture of a trailblazer and had them post on social media that they're coming to Dixie State. We had a lot of help in recruiting classes. Raging Red, who you saw perform today, they go around all over the country in 51 performances in 21 cities, and they share the great songs and traditions of Dixie State. They tell all these students about what they will get in an education at Dixie State University. That resulted last year, in the second year consecutive, we were the fastest growing institution in the state of Utah. We had the largest freshman class, and I think in a few weeks we'll also learn that we'll probably continue to be the fastest growing university in the state. Our students that we're recruiting are improving in academic qualifications. 2016, we went from 3.2 to 3.35. The result of that is because we have success centers. This year, we hired Jamie Kira, who is our assistant director. She focuses a lot on the early alert system, Starfish. Our faculty have come together and have really focused on making sure that those students that are in trouble, that we can tell them exactly who's in trouble and we can go out and give them the assistance that they need. Jeff Hoyt, who is an assistant vice president, came to us from Florida. He created this retention dashboard. And although I'm only going to give it 2 seconds, he put thousands and thousands of hours into this dashboard. We know from our students, we can classify them and see who's having trouble and how do we want to go and address those needs. We also looked at our structured enrollment program this last year. They created 3 student success courses. This is the program where we look at students that might need some additional skills. We enroll them in this structured enrollment class. We have an onboarding process. We hired 2 retention counselors that are intrusive in nature. They get to know these students. They want to make sure they're going to class. And they've done just that. Ivan Suberville is one of those retention coordinators. We also, in our academic departments, they have embraced retention. This year, this is one of the most proud departments I am this year because they did so much in such a little time. We have great departments doing a lot of things, but our math department this year really took on retention, looking at what is it that we can do in order to help retain students. Math is a conversation nationally. This year they added math e-lab tutorings. They had an algebra bee that had over 250 students that came to campus. They also partnered with the Washington County instructors. We had a Dixie Prep where 5th graders and 6th graders from Washington County schools came to our campus. They looked at the ACT scores, they looked at the curriculum, they developed bridge classes, and they really embraced retention. Also in the math department, we had a couple of notable grants. Dr. Vinod Chelamuthu was one of 12 professors in the nation that was given a National Science Foundation grant. And he took a group of students that would look at research problems in business and industry. We also had our first team in mathematical contest and modeling. This is an international modeling contest. Over close to 10,000 teams. This team ranked 10th in the nation in the United States, and they were also given an honorable mention. So great things happening in math. Also with retention is our student government program, DSUSA. They also want to make sure that students that come to Dixie State feel comfortable. They had over 215 events. They created a Dixie Applied Leadership program. They have alternative spring breaks. And more importantly, they give over 10,000 service hours to our community. We also focused academically about student success. We have a group that received a grant, Reimagining the First Year Experience. They've been working for the last 3 years very diligently on this. A product of that was the Trailblazer Connection class. Our faculty created a class where freshman students can come a week before class, or they can do it throughout the semester, that they can learn the skills and learn about the university and how campus life really works. We also had our general education reform. We created summer bridge programs. And what's exciting, last year I announced that we have an institutional learning outcome called GRIT, and our faculty defined that this year. We also continued the high impact practices where we gave many grants to students. This year we had students that went to New York, to Costa Rica, to Peru, to Mexico to have these high impact experiences. So in Goal 1, a lot has been done with retention. This year we're going to try to accomplish a lot more. Our faculty and admission teams are going to team up with one another to get out to the high schools. We're going to have the local schools come for a Dixie Day. We're going to have articulations with the College of Southern Nevada. We're going to expand our peer programs, our Trailblazer Connections. We're going to look at what worked this year, what we could improve on. We're going to do that. We're going to implement those math alternatives that our academics department in math has worked so hard in, and we'll host the second Global and Community Engagement Showcase. So Goal 2. Goal 2 is what you hear the most about, our academic programs. Our academic affairs department accomplishes more than any other academic affairs department that I've seen. The faculty, the staff, and the leadership in academic affairs has just done great things. We set a goal for 42 degree programs by 2020. They've already accomplished that goal, and they've set a new goal for 50. This year we added a number of new degree programs, a Bachelor in Music and Performance, Mechanical Engineering, Design, and Molecular Biology, Biochemistry. We also are true to our dual mission. So we have a community college mission, but we also have a university mission. We have a number of opportunities to expand that community college mission. If you look at our community education enrollment, that's over 2,000 students. Our concurrent enrollment has doubled under the direction of Kevin Simmons, who has helped partner with the Washington County School District. We also were part of a pilot this year, which is math recruitment, and we had 27 of our math classes in high schools in the Washington County. Snow Canyon High School and Desert Hills High School, with growth in that program, ranked first and third in the state. We also have been focusing a lot on emphases and certificates, which is true to our dual mission. Our faculty and staff see a need of what we have in the community, and they create certificates and emphases. A lot goes into the curricular process of offering a new program, especially emphases and certificate. We also, this year, made history with our graduate degree programs, which was under the direction of Dr. Pamela Cantrell. Most people would say, oh, you're just adding a graduate program. There's so much more to that. You have to have the policies and the procedures, and you have to have the grad council. But then you also have to have the faculty that see the need and create the program. So this year, we were proud to announce that we have the first master's degree on our campus. The Department of Accounting proposed a master's of accountancy, and it was a great day when we could not only cut the ribbon on their space, but offer a new degree program, but also have the wife of the late Dr. Barrett, Vinna Barrett, to come and cut the ribbon. Our Office of Academic Innovation continued to offer grants to our faculty so that they can improve their curriculum. They had monthly meetings, and they had a curriculum handbook. This year they received the charge from Provost LaCourse to look at what is learning going to look like at Dixie State University in 2025. And this is what they came up with, and this is what they're going to implement this year. We also had a lot of progress in our online programs. Ryan Hobbs, who oversees our online programs, we have the first online program, fully degree program, online in RN to BS in nursing. They also looked at a lot of the gateway campuses or courses that were developed. They looked at other courses that were developed. We also reviewed 14 online courses. So we look at quality matters. We want to make sure that these programs are the best programs offered to these online students. They also created a certification program for online education. 37 of our faculty took the time to go through this certification program and become certified in online teaching. They also created an online adjunct academy. With the classrooms on the ground, through our Center of Innovation under the direction of Dr. Bruce Harris, we're looking at our classrooms to make sure that they're innovative, that they produce great learning opportunities. 5 different classrooms were designed this last year. Our faculty also spend a lot of time redesigning our general education curriculum. This is a process that takes a lot of time, and this is being implemented this fall. We not only focused on our general education, but all of our deans, our department chairs, and our faculty are looking at innovative ways to offer a curriculum. One example I want to share with you is a class that was designed by Dean Kyle Wells, Entrepreneurial 101. We had 11 students in the class, and teaching the class were 7 entrepreneurs. We had Ralph Atkin, we had Jeff Stewart, we had Wayne Provost, Lindsay Atwood, Tim Martin, and Greg Kemp. These students were able in this class to create a new business called 3X Green. You see, this is a Windjet right here that's going to be tested and validated here soon. But these students learned how to start a business from the beginning. They also got shares that they could have. I think the shares were worth, I think it was $1.46 or per share, and they got to have those rights to have those shares. But this is really active learning at its best, and we're excited about what Innovation Plaza does. Another student success area, Majera Winch, who's a respiratory therapy student here. She was going through her rotations, and you can see her here demonstrating, and she had an idea. She saw that when you go to the oxygen tank, you could have a mask, you could have a cannula, you could have a bag, but you'd have to take each one off, and that would waste time. So she created the Oxy Switch. And so you can see her demonstrating that here. Very simple idea, but she could take it to Innovation Plaza. She could be mentored by Wayne Provost, who you'll meet here shortly. And then she could have one of our trustees, Trustee Lindsay Atwood, who has mentored her in commercializing this idea. Now, Innovation Plaza, we owe a lot of credit to Dr. Wayne Provost. I shared with you, I introduced you to him, but I see he's right here, so I'm going to ask him to come out here. He doesn't know I'm doing this, so it always makes someone nervous. So Dr. Provost came to my office 2 years ago, and he brought his resume, and he said, I just relocated here, and I'm retired, and you can only walk your dog so many times a day. But he has a passion to give back to people. And he said, I just want to help students. And as we look through his vita and his expertise, he's a patent specialist. And so in the last 2 years that he's been here, you'll see from the screen that he has helped our students, our faculty, and our staff develop 68 filed patents. Now this has changed. We're in the 70s now. This was back June 30th. But 7 filed copyrights, 22 filed trademarks, 11 granted patents, and not on the screen is 13 businesses, 8 from community members, 5 from our students. And if you talk to his students, you'll hear the passion and the commitment that he has. And I have been talking with the students, and he doesn't know this, but we would like to give him a small token of appreciation. And so I have a few of his students that I'd like to invite to stage, and Trustee Lindsay Atwood to come and make this presentation. Dr. Provost, on behalf of Dixie State University and the students, this Trailblazer Art in the City bison is going to be placed outside of Innovation Plaza. And so in honor of what you've done in your trailblazing spirit here. So congratulations, thank you. While we're all up here, I'd like to recognize two other trailblazers. So if Trustee Lindsay Atwood would come up, and may I invite his wife, Laura, to come up. She doesn't know this is happening. Trustee Atwood, I invited to be a board of trustee a year ago. He too is similar to Dr. Wayne Provost, that they have a passion for Dixie State, but more importantly, they have a passion for our students. He and his wife, Laura, I'm proud to announce, has donated $3 million to Dixie State University in support of our campus and our community. Because of their trailblazing spirit, we want to recognize them. Now, I want to give you some background. For them to be recognized took me months to convince them the importance of being recognized. When I spoke to them and I said, I want to be recognized, he said, I can't do that. I've promised God that I wouldn't do that. And I said, well, I think God wants you to know that the community needs to know that you believe in Dixie State. I'm not speaking for God, by the way. That sounded really wrong. Oh boy, I need to go repent. But what it does for our community is to show the individuals that give so much to our institution. And so I'm proud to announce that Innovation Plaza is going to be known as Atwood Innovation Plaza. Thank you. Thank you.
President?
Stop right there. So I just remembered we're going to give a small token of appreciation. Laura and Lindsay, on behalf of Dixie State University, we think this is very characteristic of the trailblazing spirit that you have. I want to thank you on behalf of the university. We do have the two artists. So for the Bison, the Innovation Plaza Bison, Jody Gerber, who is here, can you wave? There she is right there. And then for the Trailblazer, Paul Graff. Are you here? Can you wave? Now with Innovation Plaza, what the Atwoods have been able to do for us is part of their donations going to create $1 million seed fund for our students. So those that come with a great idea, they talk about their great idea, they get a patent. But this seed fund will help them get that patent and also to help commercialize that patent. We'll also be renovating Innovation Plaza. This is a slide that shows you a little bit of the Innovation Plaza renderings of what we're doing. Now, the significance of Innovation Plaza, I'd like to share one story about an invention that has just been created there. This was an idea from Dr. Wayne Provost. It's called Dusty Light. This goes onto an IV machine, and it basically eliminates the line that has medicine coming from an IV bag down to the port and into the individual. Medical errors show us that a lot of medical errors happen because they have the wrong line, the wrong medicine going the wrong place. So what they are doing is they created this Dusty Light that will shine a light so you know that the medication's going to the right place. What's significant about this is that Dixie State University is a 5% shareholder in this business. What that's significant to me is that we are trying to be the most affordable and continue to be the most affordable university in the state of Utah and someday in the U.S. By having these revenues that come in and having these different businesses, we will be able to do just that. Because of the Atwood's donation and that snowball effect, I'm proud to announce that Innovation Plaza, the Atwood Innovation Plaza, received a $500,000 gift from the Larry H. Miller Education Foundation to help with renovations. I want to thank two deans, Dean Kyle Wells and Eric Pedersen, that have really been the driver behind Innovation Plaza. We've been talking about this for a long time, and they've spent countless hours in getting buy-in into really making this become a reality. Well, other buildings we should talk about. This year we broke ground on the Human Performance Center. It was a hallmark activity that we've been able to break ground. Now it's out of the ground. Most of you have seen this massive building. This time next year we'll be able to go in and enjoy that building. This building, as you saw from that first picture, there were literally 20 to 30 people that were shoveling dirt, and that's because our local legislators, our officials, all helped this become a reality. And this is what it's going to look like this next year. Now, you can imagine there's probably a little panic in our Department of Sports and Recreation, but Campus Recreation worked very hard this year. They added 20 new clubs and group fitness classes. They have bi-monthly outdoors excursions. They have over 3,000 students in intramural programs. We also have planned work that's coming up. New degrees that are anticipated this year are a number of new master degree programs in athletic training, to applied kinesiology, technical writing and digital rhetoric, and baccalaureate programs that are greatly needed to help with workforce shortages in our area. We also spent the summer in programming the new Science, Engineering, and Tech building. You know faculty are excited when they'll spend most of their summer coming to these meetings and designing this building. They did a phenomenal job at looking at the new way to learn. And this building has been programmed and will be designed, and hopefully we'll get $59.7 million from the legislature to build this building this next year. Other planned work for Goal 2. We're going to continue to work on our handbooks. We're going to continue the mini-grant programs. Innovation Plaza is just starting to be developed, so we'll continue that passion in developing Innovation Plaza. We have a number of pilot programs, and of course we're going to create more online degrees. So Goal 3, this is where we really invest in the people at Dixie State University. You've heard year in and year out I talk about what's so great about Dixie State University. It's the people. We focused a lot this last year and several years on compensation. We're fortunate that the legislature gave us a 2.5% across the board, but they also granted an additional request that we had of $500,000 so that we could bring the equity up, so that we can have additional equity and also reward our faculty and staff, especially our faculty in the tenure process. 3 years ago, this slide is our benchmark, and so this shows the median, and we wanted to be 100% of individuals having the median of schools just like us. If you can see, only 28% were 100% or above. So I want you to kind of look at what this looked like 3 years ago. This next slide will show you what it looks like today. Can't thank Vice President Paul Morris and our accounting folks for all the work that they have done on this. Human resources and what they've done to see these benchmarks. This year, it will take about $165,000 to reach our 2020 goal. So we'll be at 100% of that 2015 benchmark. Well, we're not stopping there. We think that we could get to our 2018 benchmark. One thing we talked about in the strategic plan was If you do a salary goal, it changes every year, so it's a moving target. Well, we've been working hard to make sure that we can reach that, and we're only about $500,000 off of having 2018. This is important to us as a university. We want to make sure our employees are fairly compensated, and we're going to adamantly work on this every year. We also had a lot of fun activities, the Dixie Development Day and our staff professional development. We had several activities where we learned key things that we want to do, and we had our staff association really weigh in on what is it that our employees really need. This last year, we also completed the second Great Colleges to Work For survey. This is by the Chronicle of Higher Education. When we started our strategic plan, we wanted to make sure that the climate of our campus is improving. We had a great response rate. We had over 67% of our faculty and staff respond to this. We improved in 80% of those benchmarks. What we really appreciated is the focus that we had on job satisfaction and support. We had 74% of those that participated in the survey that were satisfied and felt supported. Other key areas that we improved on is shared governance, the relationships with administration, faculty, and staff, the sense of fairness and respect and responsibility and appreciation. This is done by the Chronicle Higher Education. It's something that we'll continue to do to measure the progress. Having a third party validate what we are feeling on campus is so important. We also find it's very important as we're growing, being the fastest growing in southern Utah, or in Utah, we need to add positions. In the last 5 years, we've added over 118 programs, or 118 full-time positions. We also cannot forget to recognize those that are currently on our campus. We had several award winners last year: Travis Rosenberg in HR, McGarren Flack from the College of the Arts, and Rico Del Sesto, all honored for their work that they've done. We also had Dale Parsons win the 2018 Awards of Excellence in Arts. Then my personal favorite, which is the Gold Award for Food Safety. I eat a lot here, and so this one is true to my heart. But our campus dining is a fantastic organization that does well. And then Joe Lovell, who's new to Dixie State, also won a Outstanding Professional Academic Award in Outdoor Recreation. So what's our planned work? So this year in Goal 3, we want to fully implement that compensation. We want to make sure that our faculty and our staff are adequately compensated. We want to ensure our campus systems are successfully implemented. We want to make sure that we base budget Dixie Development Day and the Professional Day. We want to make sure that we have quarterly trainings for our directors and above. We've already had the first one. And we also want to continue to complete the Great Colleges to Work For. So Goal 4, which is our diversity inclusion. This year we were fortunate that we hired Dr. Tasha Toy, who's our Chief Diversity Officer, and she'll be leading the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Council. We also continue to develop our Multicultural Inclusion Center. They host a number of different events. The two pictures you're seeing here is Mr. Dixie International and Miss Dixie International contest. They also have 15 different events, and they have a lot of different events in the International Student Service Program. Really led well on our campus. We also saw a need this last year to translate our website into Spanish. We also focused a lot on recruitment of the underserved. We went to a number of different fairs. Our goal is to internationalize Dixie State University, and we've done just that. One program of note in the Multicultural Inclusion Center is the Adelante program. This is a bridge program. It's 7 months in the summer, and this is for minority males that want to get a jump on coming to college, that feel like they have skills and they need to improve their study skills and get used to college. They take either a math or English class. When they did this, we had 100% pass their math class, 100% pass their English class, and then all of them are enrolled this fall at Dixie State University. We've had a lot of success in our Multicultural Inclusion Center. I'll tell you about Khaleesi Uluwabi. He is a student that was just accepted to the North Dakota School of Medicine and Health Sciences. He's part of the InMed, which is Indians to Medicine program, which is their mission is to take those that are identified in a federally recognized tribe, get them into medical school so that they can give back to their tribe and to their culture. And he graduated from biology. He was involved in the Multicultural Inclusion Center, and now this is a picture of him at his white coat ceremony. We've had great success in our diversity initiatives. Last year we had a goal of 11.5% of minorities in faculty. We're at 12%. Women in leadership positions, our goal is 40%, and it's at 38%. Last year we were at 36%. Our goal for 40% is our 2020 goal. And then in minorities in administration, our goal is 8%, and we're at 12%. So work to be done. We're going to base fund underrepresented advertising. We have seen the value in making sure that our faculty and our staff look like our students at Dixie State University. We're going to continue our diversity advocate training. We're going to host a climate survey on our campus. We're going to fund the diversity recruitment and campus diversity events. And of course, we're going to continue our mentoring. So goal 5, this is where all of you come involved. This is community engagement. There's no better example than DocUtah International Film Festival. This year, we just completed the film festival. There are 68 films from 14 different countries. We had 80 filmmakers from the countries listed there, and we had 7,600 total attendance. And so our DocUtah International Film Festival is improving. Our Trailblazer Engagement Center also saw a tremendous increase. What we like the most is that our student involvement in giving back to our community went from 17 to 46%. We also got our community involved, especially the Washington County School District, in concurrent enrollment. I mentioned before, Kevin Simmons has really led this effort. They've improved over 50% in the last 2 years, giving students in Washington County School an opportunity to take a college class while they're still in high school. We have focused a lot on becoming a Carnegie classified, community engaged institution. Many people think that's easy, you just get involved, but you have to track your hours, you make sure an instrument's valid, but you also have to make sure that you align your policies and procedures. Of the 7 classifications, we're aligned with 5 so far, and we still have till 2020, or individual characteristics, we're at 21 and we have 29, so we've made tremendous progress there. Part of that is tagging classes. Our faculty and staff, there we go. Our faculty and staff have tagged classes of active learning, whether it's community engagement, it's professional practice, undergraduate research, learning innovation. There's 42 different classes that have been tagged as a community engaged course. We also want to get the information out, so our Blazer Bulletin continues to be a strong way for people to see what's going on at Dixie State. We also focused a lot on our global partnerships. Luis Arevalo, our Catherine O'Dara, who is in our International Student Affairs Office, and their teams have worked very hard in partnering with 20 different countries from across the world. Our intercultural program, to make sure that we are an international university, had over 30 events on our strategic plan. Our goal was 15 events each year. We've also implemented the Intercultural Opportunity Training Program. Our recruitment of international students has just been remarkable. We focused on 8 countries this year, and we also received J1 designation. If you go across our campus, you'll see our international students. If you ever want to have an outstanding opportunity, I go and meet with them, and they ask questions, and they're some of the neatest people that you'll meet from not only here in Washington County, but from all over the world. So work that to be planned this next year. Our Trailblazer Engagement Center, we're going to have a ribbon cutting. We hope that you'll come to that. We'll continue our efforts in the Carnegie Engaged campus designation. We're going to continue to recruit for Dixie Serves. We're going to increase our readership for Dixie Bulletin. We also want to have PR campaigns each quarterly to really celebrate what we're doing in academics. And of course, we want to continue to increase the internationalization of our campus. So last but certainly not least, they said I couldn't do 100 this week. They are also continuing to break records in how many hours of community service that they give. We did finish the final year in the Pac West, and we now are full members of the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. I want to share with you quickly a video clip of our great intercollegiate athletic department. That doesn't get you awake or excited. I don't know what will. Our athletics department created a strategic plan. They hired a consultant this year. They came up with 8 major goals, and this was created with the student athletes, the community, and also our great staff on our athletic department, as well as the coaches. This is something that they'll be implementing soon. We're excited about the direction that they have. We are also forging alliances on our campus. We established a retirement university that was through our advancement department. So if you're thinking about retiring and you want to have free help, we do that for you. Of course, we include Dixie State University in your retirement plan, but we also partner with all the local cities and county. This year, we had the honor of being able to create a welcome box. So any individual that came and moved to St. George or Washington County, they got a small Trailblazer box in there that had a variety of coupons from different areas. And then they also had sunglasses and a sticker from Dixie State University. We were also very proud to be a part of the bike share program through the city of St. George. That has been a huge success on our campus. One complaint we received, mainly from those that want to be true trailblazers, is the fountain wasn't working. So you see our students weren't too thrilled that we thought it was dead, and luckily we had somebody that could revive that for us. And now the Traditions Fountain is more beautiful than it has ever been. One thing that one of the greatest memories I'll have at Dixie State is looking out of my window and seeing all these individuals standing at the fountain, and I had no idea what was going on. And all of a sudden, it was revived from the dead and was shooting up, and our facilities folks were slapping each other on the back. They weren't hugging, although I saw 2 that hugged, and how excited they were to revive Traditions Fountain from the dead. Part of our branding, too, as you know, was creating the Trailblazer identity. Another mark of our success was being invited by the National Council of Marketing and Public Relations to host a conference. And so myself, Dr. Jordan Sharp, and Aaron Evans from Love Communication went to Santa Fe, and we offered advice and a seminar on how to rebrand a university and keep your president from being fired. And so we did that, and we were excited about that. Our University Marketing Communications group continues to win award after award from NCPR. Of 600 institutions that are recognized, they won more awards than any other school in the nation. You can continue to see their handiwork all over campus. The facility branding is just absolutely exciting. You can see them on social media. You see in our public relations reach that our advertising is just outstanding. If you look at what they do on social media, it saves us about $13 million that we don't have in advertising. Also, Kayla Coolbear, who's our social media expert. We've seen a 16% growth, and I think what she's going to put on her resume is that she finally convinced me to have a Twitter account. Our events. We've loved having our community on our campus. That's important to us. We've had over 30 major events. Megan Church, who is our coordinator, has done a great job of overseeing those events. But I also want to recognize all the individuals that never get recognized, our custodial staff, our crews, our event planning crews that set everything up and take it down. We get to go home when we're done, but they get to stay and take it all down and clean up after us. And I can't thank all those people that get so involved in making these events possible. Will you please join me in giving them a round of applause? So planned work. As many of you have heard, that we have an informal invitation from the Western Athletic Conference. We have a consultant looking at whether or not we'll be a Division I athletic program. We'll make that decision this year. We've also looked at securing funding for the third phase of Trailblazer Stadium. So if you want air conditioning, please donate and we can get you in a box. We also want to continue to construct the tennis court. We want to develop a recognition plan for all the exciting things that are happening in academics. There's so much happening on our campus with new academic programs, with recognition of our faculty. We really want to highlight that. We're looking at our annual marketing plans, creating databases for media outlets to come and have experts. We have so many faculty that are experts here. We want the media to be able to say, I have a topic on this. Who can I talk to? And we want to be able to serve them. The last thing that I want to share with you is the theme for this year. The theme, as we talked as an administration, is that we want to invite as many people to our campus and help them unite on the exciting things that are happening on our campus. We've got a strategic plan that's working. Many people come up and say, I just can't believe everything that's happening on the campus. I personally can, because I was part of that strategic planning process. I saw the hundreds of faculty and staff and administrators and community members that said, let's make this happen. And we want to get more people on a campus to come and hear the great things. This last year, we had a lot of alumni that came to our campus that have given back. These individuals have done such things as redo the Boeing auditorium in the Udvar-Hazy building. We've had study rooms named. We've had arts projects. We had the idea room funded. We've had athletics funded. We've had the executive director club. And these are all alumni that want to give back because they truly believe that Dixie State University will realize these students' dreams. And with those dreams, you knew I could not mention the video, A Million Dreams. Our students, when they come here, they have aspirations. There's some of the students that never thought they would go to college, and this video really describes what our students feel. And I'm amazed at how some people have still not seen this, and so I'd like to show you this video in closing. That YouTube video has hit over 1 million views. Again, thank you for all you're doing for Dixie State. That video sums it up. There's 1 million students coming here with 1 million dreams. And our faculty, our staff, our administration, our community, up to helping them realize their 1 million dreams. Thank you. Go Trailblazers.
President Williams, we have a surprise for you. Can you come back out here with me, please?
Oh, I don't like surprises.
It takes an entire university to accomplish such strides as we have seen presented to us today. It takes a strong leader who pushes us forward, and who stretches us to achieve. And President, you are that leader. And we want to thank you for everything you have done for us. In thanking you, students, staff, and faculty, everyone at the university, we have decided to dedicate Sprint Hill. So if you don't know about the unique track feature at the HPC, there is a track that goes from the top floor up to the roof. It elevates up to the roof. It's called Sprint Hill. And we would like to dedicate this area to you because of how you are elevating Dixie and all that you do for us. We wanted to thank you.
I feel like Jordan now. Ugh. Thank you. I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Everyone's free to go celebrate. This is a day of celebration. Let's celebrate Dixie. And let's go have lunch and celebrate and eat and enjoy being together. Thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.